level 1, I'm searching for Riven to fight her because I need to have a lead in this team comp, in like enemy team comp, because they have a Cartus and Smolder, which are both scaling. So if I just play normally and they manage to play the game, they will scale and have a lot of impact. So what I do now is, after I don't find Riven, is I go and stop Cartus from taking this camp. So I basically just like slow his clear down, which helps a lot, by the way. Now I don't want to waste a lot of time because I still want to catch my EXP. And in this lane, Riven is actually stronger than Olaf. So what I'm looking to do is bait his Q. So I'm not gonna all in him. I'm just gonna like wait his Qs up, wait his Qs to be down, I mean. And now I can just do this auto when he backs off. And now I have the prio because he can't walk up. He has Q down, and I'm gonna get level 2. I'm gonna put a point in E. And he decides to trade with me, which is a very bad idea. Now he doesn't have any control over the wave. So what I will do is I will not crash this wave in, because if I crash this wave in, he will get level 3 before me. So you never want to do the second wave crash. You want to do the third or fourth wave crash. And this is exactly what I'm doing here. I'm doing the third wave crash. I'm just poking him whenever he goes for CS, and I'm trying to keep my HP because I have a plan. And the plan is I want to proxy the fourth wave. So this is exactly what I'm doing. You see? Here, if he like tries to kill me under his turret, he just doesn't have the damage. So now I put 2 points in Q, as you can see, and I use triple tonic for extra wave clear. Very good room, by the way. And what I do is I keep 1 minion alive, so I bait this guy that I'm not gonna level up. Now I level up, and I one-shot him before he can use anything. So I just do Q auto WE, and he dies before he can react with flash or E because of the burst. Very important combo to get down. Alright, so now I recall just by double longsword plus boots, and I'm just heading straight back. And because I did a proxy and I kill him, even if I don't kill him, I catch this wave right here. But I would catch this wave even if I don't kill him, right? Okay, now same thing. I'm waiting for him to use his spells, and now because he used E and W, and he walked up too far, I can just all in him again. Again, if I were to just all in him before he used his spells, he would just like get out, and I would get a bad trade. So you need to play from their mistakes. Basically, you are gonna react to what they're gonna do, especially when they play Riven. I just lose like 2 melee minions basically. Okay, now I get my level 6 and I have triple tonic again. Really good rune. I suggest you just do it every single game. And because I have this potion that like gives me AD, I think it's 14 or 12 AD, which is basically a longsword worth of AD. I can just look to play like really aggressive with this. Again, I'm gonna go for the same thing. It doesn't matter if I lose HP because I'm Olaf and I can just heal back. And what I want to do is I want to get level 7 before this guy. And also I want to try and deny grabs. So my jungler is on the opposite side of the map. So if I just like deny these grabs or like at least waste as much time as I can, Kha'Zix will get something done on bot lane, as you can see. I'm just like trying to waste this guy time. I'm not afraid of fighting them because of the triple tonic potion. So again, what I'm doing here is looking for level 7, then going on grabs. This is basically the plan. So this is exactly what I'm gonna do. I push this as fast as possible. I don't care about like having good last hits because as you can see the wave is gonna crash anyway. If that guy holds the wave, I can just like 2v1 Smolder and discard us. So I just kill one and deal as much damage as possible and then die. And this is 100% worth it for the team. Maybe not for me exactly, but for the team it's extremely worth it. So I'm basically just making Cartus game horrible while winning lane hard. So now what I can do is again waiting for him to do something, trying to respond. And now I can just trade auto W Tiamat or like another auto. Yeah, like that. Again, waiting for him to do something. If I were to just tower dive him instantly, I would die. Waiting for my W to be up. His shield is down, so I can just auto. Well, I kind of failed my combo there, but the idea was auto W auto with E, and he's dead. But that works as well. So yeah. I can just take this and go for a plate. Also what I will do is I will check this bush. This time I know that Karthus is not topside. I can just recall and get my Strikebreaker. And after Strikebreaker, I can honestly just all in this Riven whenever I want, because he can never really escape me anymore. And a thing that I do often, you can see that I look with my camera on bot and mid because I want to see everything that they use, and I'm gonna ping it for myself basically. So say Karthus uses flash, I know that his flash is not up anymore because he just used it, for example, and I can just maybe look for an invade again. But this time it wasn't the case, but just something to do in the future. It's like a really good habit to get into. Okay, now I get my level 9 potion, which gives me another level, which is amazing, by the way. Super fun rune to use, honestly. I've been just abusing it. Now we can see that Riven is roaming. So the second you see your enemy leave the lane, you just want to push out the wave. And now I'm not gonna let Riven just walk to the turret. I'm just gonna like try to stop her way of like getting to turret. So because I do this, I can kill him one more time. I push in the wave and get one more plate or something. Yeah, so I take the wave. Yeah, always mind control your enemy with flaming in the chat. But don't like be toxic, just like BMing is fine. Yeah, so now I just have 10 CS per minute, 6-2. Everyone is really behind from enemy team, especially like Riven. So because Riven is so behind, I don't necessarily have to keep looking to solo kill her. Of course, if I will get an angle to solo kill her, I will still do it. But my main priority right now is snowballing with like grabs, Herald, and just like going on the map whenever I have a roaming timer. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do from now on, or at least this is what I'm gonna look to do. Right. Also, with double longsword, you can one-shot minions. So again, I'm waiting for my ult here. I won't instantly go in, but just gonna wait a little. Check if Karthus is here. Yep. And again, I will try to deny Karthus as much as possible while also winning my lane hard. I just help this guy a bit, make sure that like Riven and Karthus won't just 2v1 him, and now I can just go back into my lane and take the waves. Same thing, keep having high CS, keep like affecting the map at the same time. Same thing, wait for this guy to use spells and do something in return. And now I'm gonna be 3 levels up on him after this minion, and I can just tower dive him instantly. I'm just so strong at the moment, he cannot really do much. Because I'm like 3 levels over him. So now because Riven is so behind, like I said earlier, I'm gonna look to do something on the map. So I take this way fast and then instantly recall, if I remember correctly. Oh no, actually, what? Actually, yeah. Alright, so now after I recall, I will just move mid because my Hui is bot. And what I wanna do is something that I only started doing recently. It is a bit toxic, so your teammates might get how is it called? They might get a bit tilted if you do this very often, but if you explain to them what you're doing is basically funneling yourself with waves. So I go mid, take the wave, and then I also go top. Because if you look at their comp, they don't really have any champion that can counter me in any sort of way, other than maybe Kaisa. But Kaisa is so behind that it doesn't even matter. So if I get to 2 items, I will never die in their comp. Like, no matter what, I will not die, even if I go 1v5. So yeah, same thing. ICS, I will also have like 3 or 4 levels over everyone by doing this self-funneling. And it's a really good strategy to get better at the game, because when you are so ahead, you are not really allowed to do many mistakes. Because if I were to, for example, die right now, you can see that I'm not like trying to tower dive or anything. I'm not doing anything stupid. So this cartouche shows up, and here I just exhaust Riven for the extra movement speed. Now I can just fight. Basically, I'm trying to choose one target, like go on them, and then just like keep focusing them until they die. Like, I'm not gonna hit one and then hit another one. So what is right? I didn't just like start hitting like Cartus and like Ghost on him. I just choose one, because if I were to like go on Cartus, he's like very far away, and I can't really focus him easily. And he also has flash up. So yeah. Now again, I can just move, try to get something done here. Maybe even catch Karthus, because he can turn back to red. So I'm just gonna check here, and yep. Nothing too special. Now I get my Herald, which is a really good thing. And what I want to do with this Herald is I want to use it on the opposite like side of the map, basically. So enemies would expect me to go top because it's a tier 2, and my team is kind of going like top side. They are mid now, and it would be easier for them to move top side than it would be for them to move bot side, right? So this is exactly what I want. I want to use this Herald where there is no action happening, basically. And I can like sneak away a tower or two, and then like snowball even further. So I ping my team to go hit top tower. It would be really good for like 2 people to just go top, in case like enemies decide to form enemy bot. Like, we just have even more pressure. So now I put the herald down, take tier 2, and you're gonna see something very interesting here. What I do with the herald, I just go and instead of hitting the inhibitor, which doesn't really have that much value, I'll just go with herald and actually put it like not put it, but hit tier 2 on top lane, which gives me even more gold. This is a really good thing to do whenever you can, because again, opening their inhibitors at 16 minutes has almost no value. It's actually even worse if I open their here with their inhibitors, because they have like a scaling comp, so they can just sit in base and scale while we get nothing done. But after around like 20 minutes, it's like worth it. Take the inhibs. So now I don't really want to stay a lot more on the map. There isn't like much to do. So soon I'm looking for a recall. But before this recall, you can see that Kaisa is pushing up bot lane. So what I will do after this tower is I'm gonna be moving bot. Because again, you still have to protect your towers, because they maybe get an angle to push tier 2 eventually. The 10 CS per minute, and like keep being like 3-4 levels above everyone. Yeah. Now I finally find the recall. And what I do here is I actually start building like resistances instead of damage. Another good thing when you're ahead, like good thing to do. So yeah, from this point on, there isn't much, like there isn't anything that the enemies can do, because we are so ahead, and I made the game so easy for my team that it is just impossible for anyone to int. Basically, you just like wait back, and we win by default. One more thing that I do here, I take the inhibs, but I don't try to go for an end before Baron, because it is like riskier. Maybe we could force a fight and win it, but why do that when you can just take Baron and it's like 100% that we end with the Baron buff? Exactly what we are doing here. Triple. Now we move to Baron. We just take it and end the game basically. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed the game and hope you learned something from it. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more.